Hey, what's up guys? It's Diana here, and today we're going to be talking about in 2017, almost 2018, do you really need a website, or is social media the thing that you need to be focusing on? And we're going to be talking about that coming up next. Hey, what's up guys? It's Diana here with Entree Woman TV, helping transition your passion into the business that you love. And on this channel, we talk about small business tech gear reviews, as well as small business marketing and business tips to help you build and develop your small business. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. On today's video, we're actually going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is your website and your email list. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is your website as well as your email list. Now we'll get into your email list a little bit later in the video, but today I wanted to talk about specifically your website. And it's 2017, again, right at the end, last quarter of 2017, going into 2018. Do you really need a website in today's modern age? So let me jump ahead and tell you the answer. Yes. And the reason why you really want a website, I'm going to give you 4 critical and key points of why you want to make sure that you have a website, even if you have a strong online social media presence. The first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you have a website so that you have a home base, so that your people, your tribe, your community have a direct contact to you. Not necessarily to anything else, but to you. The reason why you want that is so that when these other social media platforms disappear, like MySpace did, like Vine did, like some of these other ones are starting to fade out, like Blab did, or kind of, I don't know if it's all the way gone yet, but it's pretty much dead. And you have all these different platforms. They come, they go, they're hot, then they're cold, it's whatever. But we don't control those. When you have your own website, you have your own base where you can actually host your own content, your own videos, your own courses. And we'll get into some of those different things when it comes to the monetization of your website. But it's important that when somebody wants to reach out to you, when somebody wants to connect to you, they don't have to think of what your YouTube handle is. They don't have to think of what your website, not what your website is, but what your Facebook handle is and your Twitter handle and all these other different platforms. And maybe your name isn't available, so you had to kind of adjust it on this one. It takes all the guessing out of it. Where can you find me? DianaGladney.com. Every single time, DianaGladney.com. Whatever it is, DianaGladney.com. And so the same way that you can just kind of just fire that off, that's the same way you want to say when somebody want to ask, how can I get in touch with you? How can I reach you? They will remember. If they can remember your name, then they can remember your website. Or even if you have a specific brand, like another link that'll take you directly to my website is actually the original URL, which is the small business startup, because whichever one is easier for you to remember, whether it's my name or whether it's something that's important to you about that name, the small business startup. I have a small business, I'm a startup business, and I need some help, then I want to go to the smallbusinessstartup.com. So whichever one kind of plays in your psyche the most, that's where you want to make sure that people it's easy for them to remember. It's a trigger. It's a nice catchphrase or whatever it is. I could easily have named it Entree Woman TV, but that's not the focus of it. The focus of the site, again, is primarily what the original URL kind of helps you guess what is: small business startups. Everything small business startups, right? So again, the first reason that you want to have that is so people can connect with you directly. So part of that is the second thing, which is being able to have a go-to and a direct resource for whatever it is that you're talking about. There are websites devoted specifically to couponing moms, and they're going out and they're shopping, and you see like these extreme shoppers, they got like 17 carts full of everything in the store, and then by the time they get through couponing and doing all the stuff based on whatever strategy that they're using, they're down to 0, and they have a living room full of food and stuff that they may just give away. And so you may be into that. You may be into saving. You may be having a large family. Like I came from a huge family. I'm the youngest of 6. So imagine if the couponing moms had got in touch with my mom, we would have saved thousands of dollars in our household, right? So whatever your specific interest is, whatever it is that you want to talk about or that you like to do, like I found in doing these kind of videos for my business that I really love, like cameras and technology. I was not photogenic or anything like that. I hated to take pictures. Can't really, for some years, you can't even find a picture of me really being in the shot. And so now I'm on camera every single week. I'm doing live streams just about every month. And so I'm consistently in front of the camera, and technology as far as the camera, videography, cinematography, and some photography. I want to say but photography, you know what I mean. And, I'm in front of the camera more now. And so this is something that I've come to love. So I start watching a lot of different creators like Cannell, like, what's the one guy's name? Frono's Photo, Jared Polin, right? So his particular company. And then you have like Peter McKinnon just doing an amazing job. Just the guy's B-roll is just buttery smooth, right? So if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'll link these particular channels down in the description below. But the point is that when you have your own website, the same way I'm able to fire off those names is because those guys were specifically able to help me in my business, in dealing with videos, in getting over the learning curve with just trying to figure all this different stuff out. When I didn't know what to do, I knew I had a go-to resource for a specific topic. So the same way those couponing moms, or if you're a couponing mom yourself, then you know what I'm talking about. But whatever site that you like to go to, it's the same thing. So people that come to my website, again, they're interested in starting their own business, small business. They have a small business already, or maybe they're trying to get an answer to a specific question somewhere in the realm of the small business world. And so it becomes a hub of whatever it is that you may want to know. I still have some topics I want to really elaborate and get into, and we'll get into that as we move on and grow in the business. But it's progressive. It's an organism. It's something that continues to grow as you continue to grow. Your content won't ever get stagnant as long as you continue to learn and grow and move forward. And so that's one of the things that you have to think about, is that your website essentially becomes part of somebody's routine when somebody wants to learn how to do something, or when somebody wants to just kind of get in your ecosystem, get in your world, and enjoy whatever it is that you're doing in your day. And if you're familiar with the popular YouTuber Casey Neistat, a lot of people just kind of love what he's doing. Maybe they're into cinematography and they want to make movies, or maybe they just want to be famous or YouTube famous. But some people, I think they just kind of enjoy his lifestyle, how he is. And you'll see a lot of these people on YouTube start to duplicate his style. They're scratching their glasses like him. They're starting to walk like him, or just, all kinds of different things that he does. They're imitating him because they like what he's doing. He himself, not the name of his company, not the name of Beam, not any of those things, but he himself is becoming the brand. So real quick, I don't know if you may have seen Sheryl Sandberg, who's, I believe, the CFO or the COO, I think it's COO, forgive me if I'm wrong, I'll correct myself in the thingy bar right here. And so one of the things that she talked about was personal branding. And she made kind of, I think, just kind of like a off-target comment where she said something to the effect of someone that she can see is calling themselves, they themselves, a brand, like Casey Neistat, a brand or something like that, then she knows that it's wrong. And I will have to say that I completely disagree. Even her, just her by herself, she herself is a brand. She is a brand, simply because you can call her name just like that. Same way you can call Casey Neistat's name just like that. You can call it whoever your favorite anything is just like that. You become a personal brand. Even if you have a company, people become connected to you. And so I just wanted to kind of touch on that just a little bit. I really wanted to do a video, and I may do that a little bit later, just kind of sharing some thoughts about why I honestly believe she was wrong in that statement. But before I wanted to make a comment, I wanted to make sure that I read her book, watched a few hours of her videos, simply just to get into her mindset and her psyche and just kind of how she thinks, just to see, is this a consistent theme of something that she's talking about, or what did she possibly, was she misspoken in what she was saying? And I think it was the latter. But anyway, let's get back to the website tips. So number 3 reason is that you get the ability to not have a middleman when it comes to offering your services, your products, and your merchandise. If this particular shirt that I like to wear, like I just like the pattern, it looks nice. If this was my shirt, if I created this, if my channel was all about becoming a seamstress and just sewing and all those different things, then this would be my shirt, my brand, and I could wear this in every single video or something, whatever it is that I'm making or creating, right? And so this becomes my product to sell. I don't have to go through the normal chains of starting a business. And I think a lot of creators, they really overlook the fact that everything is available to us now. We don't need anyone's permission to create. We don't need anyone's permission to sell. We don't have to go through the normal channels to start your own TV show, to have your own radio show, just like I've been playing on Anchor and doing, I would say, daily segments just about, except for when I was sick last week. I've been doing like daily audio segments, anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, just sharing like little creative thoughts and things like that. But anyway, the whole point is that you don't need anyone's permission to get into any of the markets that you want to. TV, they're coming to the video influencers on YouTube, the people that are out there on the websites that are, like MSN, Forbes or whatever. They're coming to us, the creators, to get in front of our audiences because we're talking directly to you guys, and they want to kind of, hey, can you mind talking about this product? Hey, you mind talking about this service? And I've done different reviews on this channel. None of them have been sponsored. None of them have been because somebody asked me to. I had some brands approach me asking me to share something like on the YouTube channel, and I had to decline it because it had nothing to do with what we're interested in. It had nothing to do with helping you get the answers that you want. And so again, that didn't happen 15, 20 years ago. It just didn't. And so now you can do that. You can sell your own merchandise, your own product. You can get in front of whatever market that you want to, have the brands coming to you and start to create passive residual income, even if you've never had access to that before. So that's another incredible feature on your website. And if you have traffic coming to any of the social media platforms, where are you going to go? Or where are you going to send them, rather? You're going to send them back to your website so that they can get on your email list, which we're going to talk about now, because it's important. Your community, your audience, your people, your tribe, right? Like, we're a community. We're all part of this small business startup community, right? And so it's the same thing no matter what you're talking about. So being able to create income from selling products, services, merchandise, like have my own course called the Startup Entrepreneur's Blueprint, where you can go through whatever it takes so you can get started in a business. So if you don't know what to do, then this course helps you get through it. And I could just have it there and people are able to buy it. Or I can also become an affiliate for different other companies. Now, affiliate marketing for the referral of sending someone to a service or a product like Bluehost or Hiscox Business Insurance, then somebody can go get a quote, somebody can go and sign up and get their own website, and I get a commission for being the referral to that company. And so there are a bunch of different ways that you can start to create income, even if you don't have the money to get started in your business. There are no excuses anymore for 2017 and 2018, especially if you have your own website. So the fourth and final reason of why you should have a website in 2017, 2018 is because you can become an authority figure, a thought leader in whatever specific market or area of business that you are operating in. And that's important because the know, like, and trust factor is the only reason that somebody's going to follow you, join you, participate in any of the things that you're doing, because they come to know you by doing things like this, spending time with you. And they become to like you just because of your personality and the things that you're doing and whatever weird little quirks that you have that maybe you and your friends find funny. Well, it's people just like you and your friends halfway across the world. And so it's incredible what you can do through the internet and online video and just through a website, and having that location where somebody can always come and commune with you, share a digital cup of coffee with you, and do all kinds of things. But you become an authority so when it becomes an issue that someone has in their business, and I can tell you 9 out of 10 referrals that I get is from somebody that I know or have helped in the past, and they're able to say, hey, you need to go see Diana, or hey, you need help starting your business, you need to go here, or somebody will share my video, or they'll share a podcast that I've done, or just whatever the case. And so it helps you to build and develop your business, your brand, and just your connection that you have with your audience, because you have had the ability to create authority. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You create authority by showing up, by being present, by being consistent, and being yourself. I know it's a lot of stuff that I do that, you know, I kind of was like, man, people don't think that's weird or what? Or I didn't say that word quite right, or whatever the case may be. Or have friends that, you know, make fun of me or watch the video of people that I just, in the online community and space, get to know. And they was like, man, the way you say hair in St. Louis is crazy. And like, hey, hair, stairs, or whatever the case, it doesn't matter. It's her, okay? Her, okay? Her hair went down the stairs. Anyway, the whole point is that you become an authority figure. More than just a know, like, and trust factor, but you become a trusted resource to help somebody figure out whatever it is that they need help figuring out. And so these are just a couple points. There's so many other reasons, so many other things that are important, especially building that email list in conjunction with your website, so that when you are bringing people there, you're saying, hey, if you want more like this, you need to become a part of this community. And that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. The last 30 seconds of this video is how you can become a part of the small business startup community, joining the conversation and what's going on in the comments that are happening and all kinds of things. And so the same way that I will say that in about 5 seconds is the same way that whatever you're doing, if you're a writer, if you are doing like vlogs, or you're doing just a blog on your website, or whatever the case is, no matter where you are, what you're doing, you need to have an email list, even if it's before you have a website. So make sure that you just are really contemplating these important factors when you decide if you're going to go through with getting your own website or not. So thanks for checking out today's video. Definitely subscribe. If you enjoyed today's content, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. And so I just wanted to also invite you guys, the same way I said that I would a couple seconds ago, is invite you to join the small business startup community. Actually, if you want to go ahead and subscribe, what you will get is a 3-part video series that I put together to kind of help you go through what it takes to go through the basic mechanics, similar to what we talked about today with the website, and as well as your email list. I'll walk you through some of those concepts in a video just like this, very quick. I think it's maybe all together less than 30 minutes or so, but I really go deep in those small segments and helping you understand the basics to starting your own business. So if you want that video series along with the free worksheets and the e-guide, make sure you go to startingyourbusiness.live and you can go ahead and subscribe there. But as always, my friends, live with passion, and I will see you guys on the next video.